Before we begin this incredible journey into the story of a forgotten treasure, take just a moment to subscribe to this channel, because what you're about to hear will change the way you look at an ordinary coin forever. Every week, we uncover pieces of history that slipped through time, stories of lost wealth, vanished empires, and the rarest artifacts that hide in plain sight. Don't miss the next discovery. Now, let's begin. It was the year 1980. Thailand stood at a crossroads between its rich traditions and the fast-changing modern world. The bustling streets of Bangkok were filled with the sound of tuk-tuks, vendors shouting over the crowds, and the deep, rhythmic chanting from the temples. Amid that world of gold and smoke, one small piece of metal quietly entered circulation, the 5 baht coin. To most people, it was nothing more than pocket change. But like many great treasures of the past, its true story was hidden behind its simplicity. The 1985 Baht coin bore the image of King Bhumibol Adulyadej, the beloved monarch who guided Thailand for more than 70 years. His calm and wise presence had become a symbol of unity and stability for the Thai people. The other side of the coin depicted the Grand Wat Phra Cave, the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, one of the most sacred places in all of Southeast Asia. The detail was astonishing, even for such a small coin. Each line of the temple roof, each curve of the spire, was struck with precision that could only come from a deep cultural pride. But here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. You see, not every 5 baht coin from 1980 is the same. Most were minted in the millions, passed from hand to hand in the markets, the schools, and the temples. But a tiny batch, so small that its exact number is still debated among collectors, was minted under special conditions. A different alloy, a slightly altered die, and a remarkable clarity in its finish. Some say it was a test issue. Others believe it was made for a royal ceremony and then accidentally released to the public. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. Those few coins are now among the rarest pieces of modern Thai numismatics. Collectors who specialize in Asian coins know how elusive they are. For decades, rumors circulated of a perfect 1985 baht piece. One without wear, without blemish, with the faintest difference in tone that marks it as something extraordinary. Some thought it was myth. Others searched tirelessly. Imagine an old man sitting at a wooden table in Chiang Mai, sorting through boxes of old coins from his younger days. He turns one over and feels the familiar face of his king. But something catches his eye. The shimmer is different, the edge is smoother, the sound when it drops on the table rings slightly higher. He doesn't realize that he's holding a piece of metal that could one day be worth more than a mansion in the heart of Bangkok. The secret of its value lies not only in its rarity, but in its symbolism. The 1980 minting represented the dawn of a new decade for Thailand, a decade of industrial progress, yet deeply connected to its spiritual roots. For many Thai citizens, the 5 baht coin of that year wasn't just currency. It was a token of faith, leadership, and continuity under a revered monarch. As the years passed, most of those coins vanished, melted down, lost in circulation, or worn to smooth discs by countless exchanges. Only a handful survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. And it is those few survivors that became the obsession of collectors across Asia and beyond. By the 1990s, word spread among numismatic circles in Bangkok, Singapore, and Tokyo. Stories whispered at coin fairs spoke of a collector in Hong Kong who once paid the price of a luxury car for a single specimen. Later, a private auction in Europe saw another sell for even more. Each time one surfaced, the legend grew larger. What makes this coin even more captivating is the human story behind it. For many older collectors, especially men who lived through the 1970s and 80s, this coin is a bridge back to their youth, to a time of change, hope, and national pride. Holding it feels like holding a memory. The warm air of Bangkok streets, the sound of the radio playing royal anthems, the pride of seeing a nation thrive under its king's guidance. And so, over time, the 1985 baht coin became more than a collectible. It became a relic of emotion. an artifact that carries both history and heart. Now imagine this. Somewhere in an old drawer or hidden in a family chest, one of those rare coins still waits to be rediscovered. A man in his 60s, perhaps, sorting through his late father's belongings, might one day find it. He might brush the dust away, notice the faint gleam, and wonder why it feels different from all the others. And if he's fortunate enough to have the right one, the test strike, the perfect minting, he would be holding a fortune in his hand. Because today, that elusive 1980 Thailand 5 baht coin, in its rarest form, has reached an estimated collector's value of $3 million. Yes, $3 million. For a coin once worth just 5 baht, that it's an incredible reminder that history rewards the patient eye and the curious heart. Sometimes, the most valuable treasures aren't hidden in vaults or buried in ancient ruins. They're right there, in the places we least expect, waiting for someone to recognize their worth. So, before you toss aside the coins in your pocket or the jars of change gathering dust on a shelf, take a closer look. Every mark tells a story. Every coin has traveled through time, touched countless lives, and carries the spirit of its age. And who knows, maybe one of them is your key to an extraordinary discovery. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more about the rarest coins, lost artifacts, and the mysteries of history that still live among us, make sure you subscribe right now, because the next story might just lead you to your own $1 million find. Music rises softly as the voice fades. $3 million from 5 baht. That's not just luck. That's history's quiet way of saying, look closer.